Hi friends. It's been a minute, and today I'm coming to you from a completely new location, doing something I have never done before, but something that I have felt has been much needed over the past few months as my life has shifted and changed in ways that I could not have predicted. And it felt very timely as we head into the very end of this year with the holidays coming up and into 2025. And so in order to set myself up for that, I decided to get this little off-grid bungalow on the coast of California for the night to sit down, unplugged as I can be, out here in solitude to plan the year to come and to give myself a little bit of solo R&R that I've desperately needed lately and have had a bit of a difficult time achieving. Being the end of year, it's already getting dark outside. I think it's like 4:30 right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the rest of the stuff from my car, get set up for tonight, and then we'll chat a little bit more about how I'm gonna go about planning the year to come. All right, it's only 6:30, but I'm already in bed. I have this lovely heating blanket that they provide plugged into the Bluetti and turned on. Pull-in power, but we have at least overnight that this is gonna last us, thank God, even cranked up high, because it's cold outside tonight. And while I get into this, I wanna make sure that I am cozy. I ate a good meal, I had a little glass of wine, listened to some music. I'm feeling good and clear and prepared to take on the task of looking into the new year, looking into 2025, and figuring out exactly where I want the year to take me. Now, something I did beforehand, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I hate having things in pen that I then have to scratch out or change, is I created a little list, and maybe I'll just overlay it here on the screen, of all the things that I want to do in 2025. Now, these are obviously not must-dos, but they're goals that I want to set for myself to try to adhere to and to plan the rest of my year around. I'm not going to do all of my 2025 planning right now, but tonight is really just about vision setting, getting a sense for what my priorities are and what I can start to do in November and December, these last 2 months of the year, to prepare myself or to start to get into the habits that are going to make these goals possible. So the way that I broke them down here is clear in my mind, but I'll go ahead and overlay the categories that I'm going to be focusing on today. The first couple things: read 2 books per month or 24 per year. 2 a month seems much more manageable to me, even though it's 24 a year, and so I'm going to write it out like that. Take in-person Spanish lessons, finish my first year of grad school, volunteer once a month, and go to therapy. Those are all like very personal goals, whether they're regarding my mental health or they're just fulfillment type goals like reading books and learning new things. So those are going to go in a personal category. The next ones are more career oriented. So I have regular short form creation, which I'm trying to really add in to bolster my income and also give myself an additional creative outlet. Grow my UGC and brand portfolio, in trying to step away from making 100% personal content. I think that I have a lot of skills to offer, and so I would love to start growing my portfolio that really shows off the work that I can do for brands, and having a portfolio is a big first step in doing so. Then after that, we get into some more physical health goals, and I'm personally not somebody who's going to be setting like a weight loss goal or a diet goal, but I really want to set objective oriented goals. And with that, in pursuing these bigger objectives like running my first ultra marathon and completing a 100-mile gravel ride, I am going to be focusing intentionally on both training, rest, recovery, and nutrition. And those things all kind of fall under the objective. But for me, I find it healthiest to have a really big, fun, exciting, mildly terrifying goal in front of me to really prioritize and hone in on healthier habits. And under that, last but not least, I went ahead and set some themes for 2025. So for myself, I want to prioritize relationships. Those are friendships, romantic relationships, family relationships, and also my relationship with community. It's been a little bit weird over the last few years, traveling and being on the road. And so now that I'm going to be settled in Denver and greater Colorado area, I really want to focus on building more relationships within my community, whether it's the person at the grocery store, friends that I meet climbing or doing other adventures, or my neighbor when I'm on walks with Tara. Alright, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, Bluetti. Today I'm working with them on their new Elite 200, which is a 2600 watt output, 2000 watt hour station in an absolutely minuscule package, especially compared to other brands on the market and even past Bluetti stations. This Elite power station is truly on the cutting edge of power station technology, and without it, I would not have been able to stay in this secluded, lovely little cabin off-grid. I wouldn't be able to power my adventures in the Subaru, and I wouldn't be able to take on fun projects without a reliable source of power or a generator, which no one wants to listen to, am I right? Now hear me out, I know what you guys are thinking. Alexandria, I don't stay in off-grid cabins, I don't live in a van, and it's winter time. Am I really gonna go car camping? And I hear you. But I raise you this, not only is a Bluetti power station great for fun adventures, like coming to stay at an off-grid cabin or driving the Subaru around in the snow, but it's also an incredibly powerful backup tool for winter storms like you hear going on in the background right now, when thousands of folks are usually left without power and possibly in dire circumstances. As I'm sure you guys can hear, there is a storm raging outside right now, and I ran the heating blanket all night last night, which is no small feat if you've ever tried to power one before. And unsurprising to me, we are still at 22%. Now I did make sure that I was 100% before coming out here, and thankfully I did, because I ended up needing it in an emergency type situation where the power was out here and still has not been restored. If you can see that little light bulb up there, the heating blanket plugged in, my fridge, all of these things have been plugged into it all night, and I'm still at a whopping 22%. And the power station still says that it has over 30 hours of runtime. Now, obviously this is going to depend on what you're powering with your Bluetti power station, but I have never been let down by it. It has never run out of power for us when we've needed it most. And with the variety of ways to charge the Bluetti power station, whether it's an AC wall outlet, solar, like the PV350 solar panel that I have, or in your car's cigarette lighter, I never have to worry about running out of power as long as I plan ahead a little bit. I never really had to consider losing power when I was on the road because I had my own little portable power station in my truck or my van or my school bus. But now that I'm tied into the grid, I am at the whim of the utility company that I purchase power from and how reliable their power is going to be in inclement weather. So whether you're looking for an off-grid adventure power station like I typically use it for, or you want to have something to power your fridge, your medical devices, or other tools at home in the event of an emergency, head to the link down in the description down below to check out the Bluetti Elite 200 power station for yourself today. Alright, y'all, I don't know if you can hear, but it is absolutely raging outside right now. This is, I guess, the front end of a bomb cyclone that is ripping mostly through the Pacific Northwest, which I definitely am not in. But I think we are about to get hit with the tail end of it as well. This morning we're expecting 50-mile-an-hour plus winds, so I need to wrap up my time here because I'm going to be heading back down the coast before I can head inland to where I'm currently staying in the central-ish region of California. But before I go, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about how I actually planned next year. This is obviously very loose. I'm in the beginning phases. It's still November. I am not setting anything in stone, but I find that just having really big, broad goals is never really conducive to actually achieving them for myself. I need to have things that are actionable, measurable. What are the other ones? Like the SMART goal, right? That we all learned about back in high school or college. And a big part of that for me is doing quarterly reviews, which I'm going to go ahead and just overlay my spread here. This is obviously all personal to me, and there's a lot of extra space, so if I want to add things or adjust things as I go, I can. I like to do things by quarter. Doing things monthly just never feels like a good way to approximate how much progress I'm actually making. I really hope you guys can hear me okay. It is so loud outside and in this tent right now. I'm really excited for 2025. I feel like there are a lot of really wonderful things coming. I'm making a lot of big changes that I feel really great about, and I haven't been able to say that about my work and personal life, honestly, in a long time. There was always this sense of holding my breath, not sure what was gonna happen, and not in a way that was spontaneous and fun, but in a oh crap kind of way. Like, is this actually going to work? Am I actually happy? Am I actually pursuing the things that I want to do? And at least for now, I don't have those feelings anymore. Even though it was just for one night, my stay here at Costa Noa, which I did pay for in full, by the way, this is not sponsored in any shape or form, was wonderful. This is my third time staying out here. I love it every single time, but it was my first time staying out here for myself, to give myself a little bit of a retreat, and I definitely think that I'll be coming back in the near future to do it again. On that front though, thank you again to Bluetti for sponsoring today's video and giving me power in here. The fact that I had a heating blanket last night would not have happened otherwise. Costa Noa, as I said, did experience a power outage yesterday, so the power station came in clutch. I had a wonderful time, but I'm also excited to get home, get a shower in, and get to work. So I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to head down to the link in the description down below if you want to check out my weekly newsletter or any of the other links and things that I have to share with you all in addition to these longer form videos. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. In the meantime, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon.